Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Heron Heads podcast. My name is Julio, and I'm joined today by some friends and fellow Inter Miami fans, Dave and Chris. I imagine Jose will be joining us soon, but we are going live just a little bit early today. The match between Inter Miami and Cavalier is finishing up. They just announced 2 more minutes of stoppage time, so it'll be wrapping up shortly. But Inter Miami currently lead 1-0 in this match, 3-0 on aggregate. At this point, it's just a formality of what the final aggregate score will be. But this was a much better performance. There's Jose. There he is.
What's up, guys?
This was a much better performance by Inter Miami. So I'm happy with what we've seen tonight, outside of maybe the pitch conditions. But before we jump into that, a huge shout out to our chief Heron Heads, Chow and Mari V. Thank you so much for the continued generous support. And if you'd like to support us on Patreon, check out our merch store or join our Discord server. You will find the links to all these things in the description wherever you are listening. So please check those out if you're interested. And for those of you watching live on YouTube, please hit the like and subscribe buttons if you are enjoying the show. I was going to say one other thing. Oh, right. On Sunday, March 16, we will be hosting a watch party for Inter Miami versus Atlanta United at Beat Culture Brewery in Miami. So if you are local, if you are in the area, come join us on Sunday. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. Eastern time. We hope to see lots of people there. We've already heard back from a lot of people that it should be a good crowd. So hopefully everyone's able to join, and we look forward to seeing everyone there on Sunday. But let's talk about Inter Miami versus Cavalier, the second leg here in the CONCACAF Champions Cup round of 16, where, I mean, this was way more comfortable, way more what I wanted to see. Even though it's only 1-0, this felt like we were in the driver's seat pretty much the whole way through.
Cheers, Jose. We heard the beer snap. Yeah, this was a lot more under control. We didn't see Cavalier really pushing up or getting. Was there a goal right now?
Messi.
Messi. There we go.
Messi. Oh my God, beautiful.
Oh man.
All my bets just hit. All of them hit.
Nice.
Inter Miami minus 1.5. Inter Miami to win and Messi to score. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. What I was saying is that, yeah, man, we were in the driver's seat all day long. We'll drink to that one. Cavalier wasn't really pushing as much as they were last match. I think Mascherano changed the way his defense was approaching it a little bit. The wings just weren't there for Cavalier. Defense overall was great. Maxi Falcon is awesome for us at center back. It's just incredible to watch him play. He makes the right plays. He's always in the right position. He never gets beat too bad, at least. And then we saw the pairing. I think Julio was the one that said it. Falcon and Noah Allen are going to be the pair, a duo at center back. So we finally saw that today. But yeah, it was overall good. You know, I think once they scored that penalty in the 37th minute, it was just like, cruise control. Let's just get out of here. And you know, at that point, they needed 4 goals to move on. So it is what it is. But it was an overall good match. No complaints.
The match is officially over. That last goal was Santiago Morales hooking up with a beautiful lead pass to Messi, who just sank it behind the goalkeeper there.
As the goalkeeper was approaching, just
right.
charging at him, just very, very hard, very quick decisions, you know.
Very happy that Santi was able to pick up an assist there.
Unlike
I said it a lot last season. I was really excited to see him get more run and a little bit of play that he had today. He looked very, very much in control. Showed some nice passing
in between 2 defenders, kind of going right into the seam, right where it was just between, right where it was enough where Messi can get to it, right before the goalkeeper got to us, and perfect, just bang bang.
Yeah, he's showing an added element that we haven't seen from some of the other players that we have. He's playing a little different style than the midfielders that we have. So it is nice to see another element that Mascherano has to really deploy off the bench as well. So So another good piece for him. Negative today, I think that's the glaring negative, and we all probably feel the same way. Is probably one of the worst matches we've seen come from the star boy. Kermack.
Benja.
It was rough. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt since he did come on for an injured David Ruiz early.
At the 10-minute mark.
You would expect it was at the 15th or 17th minute mark. You would expect him to kind of maybe come rounded to form by the second half, but that just never materialized for him. I don't know if he was enjoying Jamaica, not thinking he was gonna see much run, but it was not a good outing for our boy Kremaski.
If I'm going to give him one excuse, and it's the only excuse, and I hated the way he played today, is that he was thrown in there because Ruiz's injury, which sucks to see. He was, I don't know what minute was it, like 15th or something like that.
15th or 16th or 17th.
But yeah, that's the only small excuse I'm going to give Benja. But man, he had a rough game. He really did. He missed Messi like 2 or 3 times on some open passes, and Messi got pissed at him too. And Messi was annoyed. So you don't like to see that from Messi, that's for sure. So, but yeah, I don't want to harp on the negative too much. You know, we're moving on to the quarterfinals here. So
LAFC.
I mean, LAFC, man.
Yep,
that's a huge matchup for us. Huge matchup.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. We won't talk about Kremaski too much now, at least, but we definitely need to see something better from him. But the good thing is there's a lot of players that are performing at a very high level. The defense, Maxi Falcon, he's starting to get like energy. Like when he makes plays on defense now, there's some energy going on and some swagger to him. Noah Allen really playing at the top of his game, like unbelievable Noah Allen, the turnaround that he's had over the last year and a half, 2 years. And he's really become just a solid defender, which is crazy because just 2 years ago, we wanted nothing to do with him. He was simply number 32, and now he's Captain Allen, even though he wasn't captain tonight. But
in our hearts.
In our hearts. Right.
Noah Stonewall Allen.
Unbelievable, man.
Stoned the guy on the wing. I was like, woo.
Unbelievable.
Give me more of that.
I do want to talk about the state of the pitch. Go ahead, Chris. You can finish.
No, I was just going to say one more thing about Noah Allen. The run was beautiful. He came out from the back line. He dribbled it all the way up to basically the box where he got right outside of the box where he got it stolen at the last second. But that run was beautiful from him, man. If he would have been able to just to finish it and pass it off to someone else, that was great. That was great. And that's probably what they see from him at like a left back position, but he did it from the center back position, which was beautiful to see.
Yeah, he really it really is a testament to his work ethic, his desire to improve, to get better, because really, like, I thought he was on the fringes of really the club, and he's really just kept with it and improved. The move to center back, I think, has been extremely helpful for him. And man, I gotta say, like, Mascherano may be a huge influence in Noah Allen's trajectory, because he is very much a Mascherano type player. Like, he is someone that can be moved around to different positions, can play a few different defensive minded positions. And Mascherano is a great tutor for someone like that. Undersized, all these things factor in. And I gotta hand it to him, man. He was good again tonight. But I do want to talk about the conditions of the pitch. And I am shocked that Messi came on. I'm obviously glad that he did, but I'm shocked that he was substituted on, because honestly, I was nervous about everyone's knees in this match. The pitch was really poor. I mean, every ball that was passed on the ground, the ball was bouncing and skipping up and down. That's not something you want to see. And you could see the patches, the divots that the players' cleats were making. There were a couple of very awkward falls, and obviously we saw David Ruiz go out early, but this pitch looked atrocious, and I was very nervous, very happy that when all things are said and done, we got out relatively unscathed, and specifically with some of the older veteran players. I mean, I love that Suarez and Busquets got subbed off early. I like that Alba came off and got a little bit of a rest. Those guys have played every single minute basically this season, so it was nice to see that.
And Messi coming on for Suarez, which means he came in at that 9 position, so it's even less of the pitch that he has to be running back and forth on. Even though he tends to stay further back, but when he is in his natural position, he does find himself in midfield receiving the ball a little more. So we didn't really have to deal. He didn't have to deal with that much of the pitch in this one. And honestly, when he came in, we were pretty much control of the game, and we were holding tempo and all that. So it wasn't too much of a risk for him. And that's the main thing. It's just managing his minutes and making sure that he's not taking unnecessary risks. And we knew he wanted to get on the pitch for this one. This might be the last time he ever plays in Jamaica, so he wanted to put on a little bit of a show for those fans there. And thankfully, he even found the back of the net, bleeding into the end of stoppage time. We had 2 extra minutes. He scored with like 2:20 left. so that was a good treat for the fans there. And yeah, this is as good as a result as we could get. Another clean sheet against this club, which shows our class. This is a very, very young Cavalier team. Their average age is 20 years old, so that means a good chunk of them are teenagers, with their goalkeeper being 25. So
he's the oldest player.
Yeah. So we showed that we're not going to let a bunch of kids show us up, and I'm glad that we can go on to the next leg with our head held high and not heading in with any kind of embarrassment.
Yeah, just to go back to the pitch thing, when I saw Messi warming up and getting ready to play and changing his jersey and all that, I said it in our Discord. If you're not in the Discord, check it out. Links on the bottom. But I said on the Discord, I don't like this decision from Mascherano just because of the pitch condition. It was so bad. Like Julio said, the divots were crazy. I even said take Ian Frey out of there with his knee issues that he's had. And shout out to Ian Frey, man. That's awesome to play in Jamaica. All his family was there. So that was really cool to see. Inter Miami Instagram posted his family cheering and all that stuff. That was super cool to see. But yeah, I wanted these guys out of there. That pitch was just so poor. At the end, there's just holes all over the pitch. If you notice at the end of the match, just everywhere, craters. But yeah, Messi, it was nice to see him. But selfishly, I was worried. I would have rather seen him on the bench.
Well, in hindsight, great that he got playing time. Great that he was able to get in, get in some minutes, get some form going, so that we can see him in full force in Atlanta. Another questionable pitch for Messi to play on. Remember all those questions from the first year that he was with us and going to Atlanta, playing on the turf. So now we get to speculate and enjoy all that build up heading into Sunday's match.
And Pizzagate and all of that.
That's right.
That fun stuff.
Well, I have a fun did you know?
Ooh.
But we'll save that one.
What?
That's it.
How can you do that?
What a tease.
Oh, God.
I have something to say, but I'm not saying it.
Enjoy. You know what I mean? Man of the match, who you guys got?
Maxi Falcon.
I say Suarez.
I'll go with Messi. You guys took the only 2 ones.
I mean, Allende would be a nice pick as well, but I give the goal scorer more than
they both had 7.8. Falcon 7.8, Suarez 7.8.
Mm-hmm.
Both phenomenal games. I felt like it was just like Suarez was just like he felt like he had it today. You know, the guy was just antsy, just very excited to just get the ball and put it in the back of the net. He was one of those. He's had a little pep in his step the last few games. It's been nice to watch, man. Like I like that Mascherano is kind of like subbing him out a little bit just to conserve that, because now when we have that Suarez, it's another level that just takes us to another level with the club. I was a little worried about Alba. I think he played throughout the rest of the game, so I was fine. But he really got nicked up at the end there. I mentioned him because I think of them both like in that sense of like when
crucial. There's no 1-for-1 replacement for them.
Yeah, no. He did get some rest though. He was subbed out later on.
Yeah. Not Alba though.
I thought Alba was subbed out.
I thought Alba was.
Yes,
He was.
for
Because I saw for Toto, I saw Noah Allen
Oh.
playing left back. Toto was out at center back.
Yeah. So least of the match.
I want to say Benja.
For sure. Yeah, for sure, Benja.
I did too. I really did, and I put him in there just because I really wanted to. Because it's my list, and I'm gonna.
Who else would it be?
It's my least of the matches.
Wait,
Segovia.
Let's
Segovia.
guess who else it could be then. Either Segovia or
I like the Segovia guess as well.
Wrong. Next.
Really?
Let's see. Segovia.
Yeah, we're not gonna
Busi?
keep doing this. We're not gonna keep doing this. No.
Busi?
Yes. Busi.
Yeah.
6.6. Ian Frey 6.8. And then Greva had 6.9. I was on purpose just not gonna list the other ones, but it would be wrong.
Grandma had some good runs and probably even accumulated. Do you get XG for just being in a dangerous position, or do you actually have to shoot? But man,
I wouldn't know in this particular game because this is the weird competition where they don't put XG.
They don't give Jose the XG. He's floundering about.
he made good runs and he found himself in dangerous positions. So I mean,
he made
that
one
alone
shot.
is going to bump his.
He did have one shot that was like at a super weird angle, and it went straight to the keeper, and he just blocked it out, and it was a corner.
And then
One
he
shot.
had two other very, very good chances, and just decided to not today, and like passed it away.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, man, just take the damn shot.
Well, let's talk about those because I know you guys don't want to talk about it, but I feel like it's like really annoying, right? Because like this is supposed to be a game where you're supposed to play kind of free, right? Like we're up. It's not like we have to get. It's not a must score situation. It's let's do the best we possibly can and let's just have fun, right? And you're there. You have Akers ahead of you. He had to slow down. He stopped with the ball. Just like I think for a good 5 seconds when he was ahead of everybody, waiting for somebody, turned around. It was like that little meme of John Travolta just looking around. It felt like that for so long, and you're like, bro, make a decision, just shoot it. Worst case, it goes out of what ended up happening was it ended up being he passed it. I believe he passed it backwards and went to somebody else. They tried to pass it back to him. It went out of bounds. It ended up not being our ball anymore. It's a stupid play. Worst case, try and take a shot on goal, hit the goalie, hits him in the head, it goes out of bounds. That's fine. You move on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was a little too much like pursuit of perfection, right? Like just try. Kind of like you're saying, like there really wasn't a lot of pressure, right? We were already up 1-0. And the one that killed me was when Messi was running ahead of him. Yeah. It seemed like there was a very clear passing angle to him. And even if it wasn't as clear from Benja's position, try it. Try it, because if it pays off, Messi's in one-on-one with the goalkeeper, just like we saw at the very end of the match, by the way. You got to try that. You have to try that. And he decided to forego a pass to Messi on a number of occasions, probably 3 that I can distinctly remember in my head. And Messi was mad at him, rightfully so. He needs to do better. Like, he needs to do better.
And then the other one, what was the second one that was really terrible, Dave?
There was one that they were both in the penalty box.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And Crema could have done like a little chip pass, just hit it just
to the left,
almost like a saucer pass, but he could have just done like a little clipped pass over the defender's feet. Like he had an angle to him. He had an angle to Messi, and he pulled it back, brought it down, passed it back around through the back. And I get it. You're protecting a 3-0 aggregate lead. There's no real reason to take a big risk, but in my opinion, none of these were big risks. We're deep in the attacking third. Just go for it. Like it was getting very frustrating to watch, to be honest. And we kept playing through him, which was all the more frustrating.
Yeah. It looks like
he was making good runs. That's the thing. He was making good runs. So he kept putting himself in this particular. At this point, I would trip. I would have tripped because I'm like, they keep finding me perfect angles where I can make a play, and I'm fumbling, and it looks horrible. It just looked terrible, man. I felt bad for him at that point. I was like, this guy's just looking terrible.
It could just be lacking confidence, right? Run a bad form. It's been a while. I mean, this is a not a 1-for-1 comparison, but if you look at like Cole Palmer in Chelsea. He was lighting the world on fire a few months ago, and this guy cannot find the back of the net. Every shot he hits is straight to the goalkeeper, and you go through ruts, man. And Kremaski has been in a rut for over a year, probably, since he's had like a good performance. You're like, wow, he really stood out to me. And it's worrisome in a crowded midfield room.
And you can't.
Jose. He's maybe his mentor is Robert Taylor, and now he's found his streakiness, and he's in the same boat as Robert Taylor. Jose's gonna hate Kremaski soon so fast. Oh my god!
You can't blame that he hasn't had time on the pitch, because he has. They've been playing him a lot this season, and Mascherano's giving him chance after chance after chance, and he's just not getting it done. He really isn't. And Morales is interesting. Everyone keeps talking about Morales, and he may be someone to start taking up Kremaski's minutes if he keeps playing like that. Agreed. And rightfully so.
Agreed.
Morales playing well enough to replace Kremaski just in time for Baltasar Rodriguez to show up and take everybody's time.
Yep.
And that's fine. And then, you just keep putting himself lower in the totem pole. And I'm going to tell you something. Somebody else should put the other one. Feels like Redondo will be. Yeah, that's exactly how I'm feeling that a little bit today too, man. Redondo had the perfect opportunity today. And guys, we can be excited. I'm super happy, and I was pumped. I felt like going into this match, it was ours to lose. I already celebrated this in the last game. I was like, bro, we just drop kicked these guys, and we had a horrible game. It wasn't even a good game for us, right? In the first leg of this, we had a horrible game. We still beat them 2-0. You know what I'm saying? Like listening to you, Julio, in the post game, you were like sad, and I was like,
he was also alone.
He still kicked their butt.
Sure.
Like, ultimately,
I wish my friends weren't here.
Right.
We were all having a good time.
We're having a great time. We're just throwing them back, throwing back some beers. They had some nice selections. But at the stadium, it's a shame. You got these guys that I felt like had a lot of hype, and I feel like.
But let me tell you, there have been players that maybe had less hype. That now, in my mind, the perfect midfield for us is Bright, Segovia, and Busi there just to be the veteran presence. But like, to me, Bright and Segovia, Segovia came in with some hype, but Bright obviously as just like a draft pick has become he came in, and again immediately it was like interception that he hit out of bounds, but then right after that a one-on-one tackle, taking the ball away and stealing it and gaining possession. Like, Bright to me always jumps off the screen. And Segovia, I mean, by the player rating for SofaScore or whatever platform you use to check the player ratings, may not reflect like a good score, an impactful score, but we've seen what Segovia can do.
His presence is felt on the field. Like
he pushes the play.
He ripped one today that was a beautiful shot. Man, that was so nice. And that's what you want to see from him, man. That's what and he's been doing it since he started, since he's gotten here. That's what you want to see. No one on this team does that, what he does. Now him and Allende, I'll give it to Allende as well, obviously. But no one on the team was ever just not afraid of just letting it rip, and he does. He's in the middle.
It was Gomez, and like that was it.
Yeah, but Segovia has, to me, better aim than Gomez. He's always
he's more attack minded.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I'll tell you who let it rip today, though.
Redondo.
He let that puck rip. I think went so far into the 8th row.
He's so bad attacking.
Go up in the air.
The seats were very removed from the field, so getting into the 8th row was pretty far.
Yeah, it was like a huge space, the track, and then another huge space.
And it was like, I thought it was like a race car track.
It could have been a little go-kart racing track, for all we know. But ultimately, like 8th row, incredible.
So there's been a lot of
from that particular play. It was perfectly teed. Two guys collided in front of him, just like completely collided. It was just him and the goalie, like in a little, like it was just like tunnel vision, just him and the goalie.
He just blasted it. Yeah,
let it rip, baby.
So a lot of people in the chat are talking about defensive players, and I think that's something that has been a very exciting development. Yeah. People have mentioned Frey and obviously Maxi Falcon, Noah Allen. We talked about a little bit earlier. Alba, we never need to say anything bad about him because he's always on top of the game. But the progression and the improvement of this defense with just really one change and one addition by basically implementing Frey. And Frey came as a byproduct of an injury to Cello, but I feel like he's cemented the right back position as the starter. And Maxi Falcon has for sure, in my opinion, supplanted Toto as like the number one center back. And then Noah Allen is the 1B in my opinion. It's just crazy again, but the defense has been very good, protecting Ustadi, who had a good match, clean sheet. You could definitely tell in this game, by the way, like Cavalier's lack of quality, because they got into the box a few times, but nothing came from it. Nothing really came from it. And that's sort of what I was saying heading into the first leg, that yeah, they might be fast, they might have some athleticism to them, but when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, they don't have the level of quality that Inter Miami do.
Yeah. To touch on the defense piece, to me, if I see Bright starting and if I see Falcon starting, I am very, very, very comfortable with how we're going to play on defense that match. Frey is obviously great. Allen's been great on his own. But if I see Bright and if I see Falcon there, I know that our defense is going to be stout. Bright in the midfield just completely shuts down whatever's coming at him. You said it, Julio. When he came in today, it was just like interception here, just tackles here. It's insane to watch him play defense. I love it. And then Falcon is playing with his peluca on fire all the time and as a center back there. So with those two out there, I have no problems. As long as they're in the starting lineup against LAFC, I hope they start both matches. I hope Mascherano makes the right call. I know he really likes to see Redondo out there, but I think we really need to see Bright. LAFC is no slouch, and I really need to see Bright out there to play proper defense. Oof, rough Cello talk on there on the comments. Does Cello get the calendar treatment, injury, and lose his job?
Well, I think
he lost the job.
He's actually injured, and yeah, I mean, he's not. I mean, Frey is just more well-rounded. He doesn't. The drop-off on defense is not drastic, and what he brings on the attack is just 1,000 times better than what Cello brings. He's a much better passer. He's a much better. He just moves with the ball better. He sees the pitch better. It's just a night and day difference. Cello is a little bit better than him defensively, but also is such a liability on the other end that it's fine. I mean, it's a good person to have there to replace and sub on and sub off and to take some minutes and get some starts in. But Frey, I think, has always been highly thought of in this club, even when Data was in there. It's good to see him healthy, and I'm honestly shocked by how effective he's been coming off of injury, and he's just been able to stay healthy and not need to be subbed off as much. So let's knock on wood and hope that continues. But yeah, I mean, Cello, for what he is, like as long as they keep him as the second wing back behind Frey, I don't think there's an issue there at all.
Yeah. I'm just gonna interject some news here very quickly. So the first leg against LAFC will be in LA, and it will be either April 1st, 2nd, or 3rd, depending on the schedule. And then the return fixture will be either April 8th, 9th, or 10th at Chase Stadium. So that is now set, and tickets supposedly were already on sale on Ticketmaster for the home game in Chase Stadium, but the Ticketmaster link is broken. So I am curious if maybe they sold out very quickly or if they're just having issues with that. But those are the dates for the next round.
You think the Stars will be out to watch that match
in LA?
I don't know.
Remember the last match in LA? LAFC?
Yeah, but that was a Saturday. We're talking about a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday.
What's going on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday in LA?
Just traffic.
Stars have nothing better to do on those days.
Exactly.
They could be there.
I hope so. That was so much fun.
It was. That has to be one of the most fun matches that we've watched and also recorded or gone live for.
100%.
That was so fun. That was awesome. Hopefully for more. LAFC's good.
By the way, the longest unbeaten run in club history, I just looked it up. I believe it's 10. It was last year, obviously, in our dominant season that we had.
Sounds about right.
In all competitions combined, or just in? You said you just looked it up.
Yeah, but he already closed that tab.
He's already back on SofaScore looking for his XG.
Correct. But to the end of the unbeaten run, Mascherano remains unbeaten in his managerial tenure at Inter Miami. So hats off to him, man. And we said it when we were talking in the Discord, like you see him actually coaching on the sidelines, which is so refreshing.
Yeah.
To see your manager actually doing something in the game rather than just standing there with hands on his hips. Yeah, exactly. Cross-armed.
That's how you saw Tata do.
Frumpy looking Tata. But Mascherano's been great, man.
It's like Henry was saying here before. Henry says, "You guys never listen to us, and you never want to say anything that I have to say." Henry, this is me. I'm acknowledging you. These other guys, they don't want to do it. I will. Mascherano telling Messi what has to be done when he came in. I agree. I was noticing that with him. I was noticing that with just players in general. He's just consistent in people's ear, just trying to improve it. I feel like he's trying to coach these guys for real. And it's funny. That's why. I don't know if we said it in the Discord or somebody else said it before. Maybe I heard it in the broadcast. I don't know. But I remember Noah Allen. They were like Julio said it recently about how Noah Allen, he's perfect for Mascherano. He's same style player, but I feel like he's gotten the most out of this. You know what I'm saying? Noah Allen particularly, you just see it. He's part of our rotation. That's that with Mascherano. I like that, but I also like his tactics are so much easier to understand. I really thought I was playing chess with Tata last year, trying to understand like maybe he's doing it because of this, and maybe he's doing that. I think it was finally Mike V was right. I haven't seen him in a while, but just Tata out and he sucks, and you're thinking about too much of what he's trying to do. He doesn't know what he's doing. It's the end of that, and it's true. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, not even just in matches, in training. You see the videos that they all post in training, and he's actually out there telling the players what to do, or I guess what to do better, what to change, or whatever. You never saw it from Tata. I'm sorry, you just saw him standing out there every single training video, every single match. He never spoke to these players. It seemed like. So to have that kind of players coach out there and coaching them up, man, it's a world's difference. And that's probably why our defense is so much better as well. He was a world-class defender, so he's bringing his knowledge onto our defense as well. It's been refreshing to watch him honestly manage his team.
And watching that masterclass on defense today, it equated to 65% possession for us today. Like, did you ever see Cavalier have the ball like ever? Like it really wasn't like they never got the ball. I mean, not that they ever did in the other matches either, but like I feel like that's been the trend for us this year, right? Like we haven't really let anybody get going at all, right? Like we're not getting dominated.
We're suffocating. Honestly, we're suffocating. And remember,
with red cards,
exactly.
Yep.
How many like shutouts have we had this year? Like, is this already more than last year?
It feels like it's more than last year.
How many? I know you gotta take some time and look it up, Jose. But how many shots did Cavalier have? You have SofaScore open. You probably have like 20 windows open. All SofaScore. How many shots did they have? I'm pretty sure they had like 2 shots, 3 shots.
They only made the goalkeeper work once, I think.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
5. Wrong.
5. Oh.
5 shots on goal.
4 out of 7 matches this season in all competitions have been clean sheets.
Amazing.
It's incredible.
1 shot on target for them.
1?
They had 1 shot on target.
Yeah. Wrong, Jose. We were right.
And by the way, only 1 match this season have we allowed 2 goals.
Nice.
It's very it's a tremendous turnaround for this defense. I mean, even with Kansas the players City, added, it was New York City FC.
Oh,
yeah, so that was a man down. Yeah, we're a man down the whole match.
But heading into the season, thinking that the defense was still a giant issue, it's been fixed.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Slight personnel change and scheme change and coaching that actually gives a crap about defense. And
our GM change also.
And a goalkeeper change, guys. Ustadi has calmed that back line down, and you just don't feel that panic and the dread that you felt with Drake last season. It's a shame. It really is a shame because that League's Cup, he was lights out, and
he just fell off. And hopefully, man, it just stinks that we've seen that from a few of our players over the last couple of years, that they show promise and then they just fall off a cliff. Hopefully that's the last of it.
Dave, maybe it's because we asked more of them, man. That's the thing. Maybe they were good at what they were good at, but like, as you're trying to be a better team, we're trying to evolve. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to win 5 trophies this year. We need more.
And also the tactics are different.
Turnover machine, man. He was a turnover machine. Have we noticed that this year?
No, I agree. No. I mean, we all see Ostadi, but that's also comes from just being calm and seeing the pitch. You're not just blasting the ball to blast it. You're actually doing things with a purpose, and that's something that it felt like Drake never really did. Like he didn't want to hold the ball. He looked nervous with the ball.
Yeah, he's not good with the ball at his feet.
Right, and just because of that lack of confidence is when you make these bad passes. I don't even know if it's a skill issue, but it definitely is a confidence issue. And yeah, it helps to have a seasoned goalkeeper at net.
Henry wants to know if there's any news about Fafa. Obviously, he's still injured. He is training with the team. Yeah, he should be close. He's training out there. You see him in the videos and the pictures and all that. But man, you inject him in here. I think we mentioned it last time. You inject him into this attack, and it's just another wrinkle in this attack. It's insane. With the depth that we have on attack is incredible.
I'll make it everywhere now.
Everywhere.
It's incredible.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a text to see how far Fafa is and see how close he's gonna be. Hold on.
David's sources.
We're gonna wait for that.
Yes.
No,
we're not gonna wait for that.
Please propel us to the next topic here, Jose.
I guess
David will go live on Twitter. David will go live on Twitter to give us an update.
Did you know?
Ooh, here it is.
The most high-profile game in Jamaica was in 1971. Pelé, when Pelé played there.
Who did he play?
I did not know.
Stadium. There you go. I know.
Who did he play? The Jamaican national team?
I think Santos. I think that's what I read.
Every time you ask Jose a follow-up question,
I didn't ask for a follow-up. I just wanted to give you my stat. You just take it.
It was a did you know, not did Jose know.
Right. I'm asking if you know. Why are you asking if I know? I'm obviously didn't know. That's why I'm asking if you knew.
He's hoping to drop the mic and just walk away, and that's it.
Right. Let's let that happen. First of all, let it sit for like 2 seconds. Be like, wow.
Jose, did you know that Northern Thai Garden guy knew that?
I read that prior to being posted up, so I know I didn't know that.
Do better, Jose.
He knew.
Yeah, Marco says, to be fair, you don't want Fafa, Messi, Suarez playing versus Atlanta. No real grasp, bad for injuries. I think Messi is already, and I don't know if Suarez has, but Messi's already debunked that. He's playing in turf, he's playing in real grass, he's playing in whatever.
No, but would he
play in a parking garage today?
Yeah,
but would we rather not?
I want to beat Atlanta. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. Okay. I want to beat Atlanta, 1, for revenge, 2, to get into the number 1 spot in the East.
And three to just break that mental block they have on playing against Guzan. Because I think the way that he played against us, that can do some mental damage to a club, and they feel like they can't get past him, and that they need to see the ball hit the back of the net on him. Dude, he clean sheeted us twice.
Absolutely.
No mental block.
He didn't clean sheet us.
Well, it felt like it. He clean sheeted Messi.
Suarez played twice last season in Atlanta, by the way.
Messi couldn't score on him.
Suarez played twice in Atlanta?
And that is debilitating.
Yeah, there you go. So all that's all debunked. They both played in turf. They'll be fine. They'll be good. Especially now after Sunday, I don't think we have a game until like 2 weeks from then, no?
No.
When did you say was
too many follow-up questions here? Yeah, after Atlanta, we have basically a 2-week break till March 29th against Philadelphia, which is another huge game.
It was more of a statement because I know these things.
So you do know on the did you know?
I do know.
Oh, man.
Guys, when is Obando coming on?
Who asked that one?
There you go.
I mean, he hasn't been here, so he's not coming for Atlanta. We have the 2 week. At some point in those 2 weeks, I expect him to come. I expect Baltasar to come as well.
Yeah.
So maybe in the next CONCACAF matchup. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't think either.
I doubt it, but maybe.
Neither will be ready for Sunday. I can say that with very high confidence. But
I feel
after that, very likely that they join the team.
I feel like whenever we get these guys coming in, and then they like almost immediately find themselves onto the pitch. Have you noticed that? It feels like every time we make one of these signings, they hop on the pitch quickly.
Baltasar is probably very familiar with Mascherano's tactics, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's a plug and play.
Yeah.
Obando, probably not.
And Obando's a depth piece.
Yeah.
Like Baltasar may have a real shot at breaking into the starting lineup or being a consistent rotational player, but Obando is gonna be the number 2 behind Suarez,
which will get plenty of run
for sure.
Yeah. That should be fun, man. It's sprinkling a little 18-year-old player into that.
And we need it. We need it. We can't rely on Suarez 90 minutes every match. Like I said earlier, it was great that he was subbed off at the 50th minute in today's match.
No, I wasn't gonna allow that.
Do it. Samarin says, or Robert Taylor wakes up and goes Hulk mode. What do you have to say about that?
So
Jose?
badly want that.
I pressed the deny button on that. Like, I was like,
how do you say Hulk and finish?
Robert Taylor.
That's right.
It's done.
I just remember the video that I made of Jose apologizing to Robert or saying I love Robert Taylor.
I love Robert Taylor.
that video is so like is as far
our top viewed video.
It's as far gone as like
it was so
relevant in this club.
I think that marked the end of Robert Taylor as we knew it. Yeah. That was the last time he did anything, probably.
Probably, yeah.
Oh man. All right. Any closing words here before we wrap up, guys?
Well, we have our Sunday Beat Culture watch party, right?
Yes. Yep. Yes. Correct.
Yeah. For those of you that weren't here when Julio said it in the beginning, we have about 123 viewers right now. Anyone who's local, anyone who's in Miami, we're going to be at Beat Culture Brewery to watch the Atlanta game on Sunday. This Sunday, game is at 7:00. They have great beer, great food. All ages are welcome. So if you have family, bring them on down. We'll be out there. So I hope to see you guys out there.
Yeah, and our show on Sunday will probably be a little bit later than usual if we go live. I guess we'll see how things go. We will be at a brewery. Everyone, please drink responsibly, but who knows? Yeah, so we'll be out there on Sunday. Come hang out with us. Hopefully it'll be sweet revenge. Oh, Dave, can you do a quick prediction here for Atlanta?
Ooh, actually, yeah. Good call.
Oh, let me see. I wasn't ready for a prediction yet. When's the game? When is the Atlanta?
Sunday, 7 p.m. Join us at Beat Culture Brewery to watch it.
Oh, it's Sunday. Okay, here we go.
Take him off the stage so he can turn into. Oh, I was just gonna take him off, literally.
Oh, there it is.
All right. There we go. My Falcon Peluca.
Ooh, spotlight.
So in Atlanta, during our watch party, Inter Miami will win. It'll be 2-1, but we're gonna come away with that victory. Get those 3 points.
Does Messi score both goals?
I don't think Messi plays.
Ooh, that's a very hot take, let me tell you. Very hot take.
Maxi Falcon goal?
Header.
No, he almost had one today. I don't know.
He was really hunting for a goal today, let me tell you. Every corner. He's going to score on one of these corners soon. I say Maxi Falcon goal.
Like it.
How about
What's your score, Julio?
I like 2-1.
2-1.
I like 2-1. I hate predicting 2-1 because I feel like that's such a sellout score to predict. So you're like, oh, well, the other team's kind of good, so they'll probably score 1, but we're better, so we'll score 2. 2-1.
It'll be 1-0 because we're going to get another shutout because we have the best, obviously, goalkeeper and the best defense in the league. And they don't have the capacity, big man.
I'm going to go with a 3-1 win because they have some injuries on offense. Their newly signed attacker is hurt. Someone else in their midfield is hurt. No chance. 3-1. Miami takes it. Messi scores a brace. Luis Suarez gets 2 assists.
Does Messi get a yellow card for screaming in Guzan's face after one of the goals?
No, but
because he's not
Suarez
playing.
does because he pushes him into the net like a fish stuck in a
Oh my
fish net.
god, I love it.
Glorious. Well, for those of you that will join us on Sunday, we are very excited to hang out with you all and watch what hopefully will be a very entertaining match. For everyone else, thank you guys so much for hanging out with the Heron Heads and watching the Heron Heads podcast, your first stop for all things Inter Miami. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons if you haven't already. If you guys are listening on Spotify or Apple, leave us a 5-star rating. It helps us out a ton. And we will catch you guys on the next one. Have a great night and go Inter Miami, go.